reviews. And so we've come to the last review of Bolger weekend, because this is the day that Mr. Bolger passed away. And before we go any further, I want to give him props for hardly suffering from what he was dying from. I mean, seriously, if I had bladder cancer, I would have told the nurses to just kill me. But according to his wife in the newspaper at the time, he was in good spirits on the last days of his life, which is good. Very good. So we'll be wrapping up Bolger weekend with the movie that he considered his favorite, Where's Charley? That is a musical version of the stage play Charley's Aunt. That was written in like 1890 or something. And it's set in 1892. And it centers around these two boys, Charley and Jack. They're roommates in Oxford University. And they're in love with these two girls, Kitty and Amy. And their guardian, Amy's uncle, is about to take them to Scotland the next day. But Charley and Jack want to marry the two girls, so they do whatever they can to get them to stay. And that includes Charley disguising himself as his own aunt because she was supposed to be their chaperone. So they meet Charley as himself, and then they meet him as his aunt, and things get pretty risque. I mean, seriously, a ton of stuff happens. Jack's father wants to marry Charley's aunt. Amy's uncle wants to marry her, but neither of them know it's actually Charley. And eventually, the real aunt comes, and she senses that there's a charade going on, and she changes her name, and yeah, she plays along, and I thought that was really fun. It was enjoyable to watch her sort of play Charley into sort of revealing himself, and of course he doesn't do that till the end. So why would Ray consider this his favorite? Well, for one thing, his wife produced the stage play when it was originally on Broadway in 1948. They made this film in 1952. And so that's got to count for something. When your spouse produces something, you gotta love it. And also, this film is where he got his signature song. Yeah, you heard me. Most people guess that his signature song was If I Only Had a Brain from The Wizard of Oz. He gets a lot of praise about that movie, and let's face it, it's kind of the highlight of his career. But his signature song was actually Once in Love with Amy from this film / musical. And I can totally see why it would become his signature song, because it's so fun. I love it. It sounds a little old-fashioned, but I don't mind it. I love old-fashioned. And the dancing that goes with it, game over. You had to know I was gonna like his dancing. Yeah, and while we're on the songs, there's a lot of good ones in there. Like, there's one called Make a Miracle, and that's a duet between Charley and Amy. And that was actually the B-side of the Once in Love with Amy single record that Ray Bolger made. And I enjoy it very much. And there's also a song between Jack and Kitty I think it's called My Darling, My Darling. And the actor who plays Jack has a great set of pipes. I mean, if he became an opera singer, I wouldn't be surprised. And the story is cute. It's kind of silly, but you gotta admit, Ray makes up for it by being a great dancer. And Ray. It was a lot of fun watching him dress in drag and pretend to be a woman and basically turn away guys, like, no matter how hard they try. I mean, seriously, there's a whole scene where Amy's uncle is trying to get him. And he goes so far as climbing a wall and running along it. That was entertaining. And I also enjoy Amy's character, how she stays so loyal to Charley even though she senses that there's something unusual about him. Like, she does get emotional and say that he's deserting her or something, but she does trust him, and that's how you know she's the perfect girl for him. She does trust him. Like, Everyone wants a love interest who trusts them, don't they? And also the actress who plays Amy, Alan Ann McLeary, is very good. She was very cute. She played the part very well. And I remember reading on the DVD box that she did not become a movie star, and it's unbelievable that she didn't. And I agree with that. She could have gotten other roles. Yeah. She's got the beauty for it. And of course we have to talk about how Ray played his part, because the dancing can only do so much. He's a great dancer. He's a great actor, as you've heard me say before, but he's also the perfect example of an American trying and failing to do a British accent, because sometimes he sounds British, sometimes he sounds American, but still he had a Boston accent anyway, so it's nothing too distracting. Boston accent could sound a little British at times, so it doesn't matter. And it's also funny that he's playing an Oxford student, but in real life, he was almost 50 when they did this. So Ray's performance was both incredible and hilarious. Not just because of his nature, but because of the way he pretended to be a lady. That was the highlight of his performance. That and his dancing. Yeah, this is one of his best performances, to put it bluntly. So yeah, I can see why this would be his favorite movie that he was in, and he said outwardly on an episode of Password that Once in Love with Amy was his favorite song that he ever sang. I can see why that is too. Yeah, this is a good film. It's cute, and if I did have to nitpick about one little thing, it would be that there's a whole scene where Charley, he's pretending to be his aunt, and he goes into this imaginary scenario, like he's pretending to remember something from Brazil. His aunt's supposed to be from Brazil. He pretends that his aunt was being fought over and a guy saved her. So that scene wasn't really necessary. But still, that's a nitpick. The rest of the movie is fun and really, really enjoyable. So yeah, I can see why this is his favorite. And might be one of my favorites of his too. Definitely one of them. I can't say where I'd place it, but it's definitely up there. But I gotta say, this was not an easy movie to find. You see, after the guy who wrote the songs for this film, Frank Loesser, passed away, his wife decided that she would never re-release it. Ever. So it hasn't been officially re-released since, I don't know, the 80s or something. It's not even on any streaming services, so odds were against me. But I was able to find the DVD on Etsy, and I got it for Christmas. And now that I have seen it, I'll recommend it. See if you can find a copy yourself, and check it out. And I also want to send a special shout out to my cousin Callie, because today is her birthday. I made this review on her birthday. That's right, cuz Ray Bolger died on your birthday! Actually, I gave her a performance of his on Christmas. A dance routine of his that used her name. It's from Look for the Silver Lining. So, once again, Callie, you're welcome, and happy birthday! And that, my dear friends, wraps up Bolger weekend. So, and I will be doing another slate like this for Judy Garland on her birthday month, which is not far away. And there will be more movie reviews to come, but Bolger weekend has closed. I will certainly be watching more of his movies, but this ends the slate for these last few days. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Bye!